Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of Sutara TV. So right now, as you know, I'm in Kabul once again, and as you've seen the past videos, we're going around to some of our important places. And at the moment, I'm at one of the ASHNA International Youth Association members, who is also the founder of it. So I'm here with him at the moment, and he's going to give us some information about what he does and how they're helping our youth in Kabul or around Afghanistan. So welcome to the program.
Thank you, and thank you from your viewers that you give us a time that we can also expand our speech in words to the Australian youth, yes, the Afghan who are staying in Australia. Basically, we start this foundation in 2013 in the month of September, and the reason was to bring unity among youth, to establish or develop the youth around the world. And we are not only focusing to develop Afghan youth, but we are developing Indian youth, Nigerian youth, and we are working like on a global, and we are registered with UNESCO as a member. And currently we have office in Kabul, we have office in India, we have office in Nigeria. So these three locations that we are focusing. We had we already have done many projects, like we had a conference, which was the former President of India was there, Dr. Abdul Kalam, and we had a visit from Mr. Modi. Then the next conference we had it in Romania. The third one we had it in 2014 in Nepal. This association actually have 5 bodies, which you can say the main bodies that we operate on this is ASHNA International Model United Nations. We speak from assimilation of Model United Nations, and the second one is ASHNA Youth Volunteers, where the youth that they can't get the job, so we prepare the opportunity, we train them, and we also support, for example, the other countries with the Afghan volunteers, that they can get experience in education at the same time. We had a contract in 2013 with Latin America, and we were supposed to send a group of youth there that they can teach in school, and they can also get their high education there in Latin America. So what we aim is that under this, that to support youth to receive jobs, because this is one of the biggest challenge inside Afghanistan for the youth, that they can't get the job opportunity here. And the third one is National Youth Award. We have youth, of course, in government and in civil, in public, and civil societies. They are peace activists. They are active, even in governance. They are active, but they don't get any honor from the government. They might be, getting a certificate from their senior, but they don't get a national award. So we have a program that we can support them through National Youth Awards at the end of each year, because we have a conference, and when we have a conference at the end of the year, so we just set up this as a part to be as a National Youth Award. And we have in our agenda, a youth parliament, National Youth Parliament. And National Youth Parliament was established before, and the UNDP was the one who was supporting this association, the parliament, to help the youth in order to develop through the knowledge of the parliament. But since there was some weakness in the past government, they were not able to receive the fund from United Nations, and they were not able to make it continue in progress, this parliament. So we didn't have it in 2014. And then we thought we thought that we should establish this, because under this association we can do this. Since we have the other projects, we can manage at the same way. The fifth one is we have the youth international opportunities, which earlier my friend spoke about it, that we are giving scholarship, fellowship, these programs. So the main aim is not only to develop the youth, but we aim that we can also shows our culture and our country agenda, and in the Afghan youth, the image of Afghan youth in the other countries, that how they are how they work, how they do their civil activities, how they get involved in peace process with the world, other youth. So this is the main thing that we are focusing on this.
So how can the youth, the local youth, get involved with you?
Look, we have actually, in 2013, I had a contract with the Youth Affairs Ministry, with the Ministry Zaid. We had a press conference there. Yeah. We signed the agreement, and through that agreement, we have mentioned that the Afghan government is supposed to support us with 34 provinces youth leader, that they can connect us with those, and they said that they will provide us like some big hall, conference hall, like national TV, the media, and also, Loeja Rakhema, if you heard that name. Yes. So we were supposed to make conference from, for the youth, that we can convince them to be a part of this association, from 150 up to 3,000 youth, that they can come across from the provinces and they can participate there. So we had these contracts options, but we didn't receive it back from them. The reason was because I think there was some problems. They had their own agenda maybe, and that was the reason that we didn't got success to receive that agreement from them. But since the government got changed, and Ashraf Ghani is one of the active president who is involved always with the youth. Yeah. So we get hopes from him that maybe he will change something, he will bring a positive change for youth. So that's the reason we already start announcing this and inviting other people. The main thing in this association is that we have advisory board for this. The advisory board is, we have three parts of this advisory board. One is government and parliament members. The second one is United Nations and non-profit organization members. And the third one is foreigners, the international who can get engaged in this association. The reason I brought, in non-profit you can bring any government member or a political member. The reason I brought this, because we need the support, the help of the government. Like I will give you one example. We had a conference in Rome. In Italy, and we had a group of youth that they wanted to participate in Rome conference, which was an international conference. You may heard the Rome Model United Nations. It's very famous worldwide. So when we start processing, to send these youth, we just apply according to the procedure. We got the sponsor letters. We just submitted to the Italian embassy in Kabul. And then we didn't got the visa for those youth, and the reason was that they said that the Afghan youth can go and they will escape, and they will never return back. But this is not true, because we have many youths that they are going outside of the countries, they participate in conference, they discuss. But it's not only the benefit that we are giving to Italy, like I give you example. It is benefiting youth actually there. That's why the association, which was for from the Italian youth, they were preferring that if the Afghan youth come there and they can exchange their ideas with them, and they can get some experience from the Afghan youth, because Afghanistan is a different world. It's not as like a Western country or the developed countries. So the developed countries youth, they can get something, they can get a good experience from the Afghan youth, since they saw war. They are still in war. They are learning actually something, and they can exchange their experience. So then we thought to bring this body as an advisory, which I mentioned that the government and the parliament members. We have some active governance people, like some ministers, they are active, they are supporting youth. We have some parliament member, like I can mention a few names for you, like Zohra Nadri. She is very active, and she got already a peace award, as you know that. And we have some others that they are very active, they are trying to support youth. So those who are active, we are bringing in this advisory team. And of course then we will start in the next year a process that they can come through awards, through the Afghan Youth Awards. And this association is not ending in Afghanistan. This will be established soon in Australia and in America. Because we have youth there, they are very active. Like in Australia, we have active youth, but nobody knows them.
That's right.
And they should know their country, they should know their culture, they should support their youth. They have the opportunities, they can guide their youth, they can have a leadership in their future for Afghanistan. So that's not the they left and they will never return back again. So we have active youth, like I will name you one guy. I just got a request from, from one of the guy in my Facebook account. Like I got request from a guy, his name is Marwan Ahmadzai. He is a journalist in BBC in London. He is very active, but nobody knows him. So I just saw his profile saying that he seems very active because he was trying to approach Afghan youth that they can be connected with them. So this program is huge, and of course we get, we don't get actually the right opportunities from the international community because the Afghanistan government, they are not able to receive those fellowship and scholarship for the youth. Even if they are receiving, they are just ignoring because they are not giving a special point for this to receive and to support the youth. Like for this, I will also give you one example. I had one conference in Sri Lanka. The Sri Lanka government offered me to send them 8 youths from the governance, like the government guys who is official. And I mentioned this to Mr. Isarzai, that if he can give me 8 guys that I can send, because they were able to support them with the financial, with all, like round trip tickets, accommodation, food. This is what the Sri Lanka government was providing them. But later he said that he got a call from United Nations and they said that they will arrange 30 youth to go. So he said it means this is less, but maybe that expenses was maybe about $50,000 US from the Sri Lankan government who was helping the Afghan youth to participate there. But he lost the chance to introduce those people to send it. They were not able to introduce me those governance guys, the youth. So that's how we can bring changes. So we aim to bring all youth, Afghan youth, international youth, together under this association and to support them, of course, with the opportunities. I will tell you that the Afghan government in the past, I'm not talking about the present, maybe they will get angry on me that why I'm talking about them since they recently started their operation. So in the past government, we had a problem that, the opportunity was coming here, like through the US Embassy, through others, that they were offering fellowship program, scholarship. But the government was not, even those donors that they had the opportunity, they can understand the Afghan youth how to go on the procedure. Like if you ask normally if you go on the street and you ask a guy from the university that, can you receive the opportunity like a scholarship, fellowship from the US government? They will say no. And when you ask them why, they will tell you that, there is some people that they have links there, they can receive it, we can. Or they will say, we have filled a lot of forums, but we didn't got those opportunities. So what we do, we are signing a contract with the donor that they will promise us that we are taking from your association, for example, 100 youths. The rest procedure we are doing. So that the youth can be sure that this process is clear, and of course we are not, somebody told me that you are Ahmadzai and there is tribe things, going on in Afghanistan language. This association is a combine of the Hazara people, because we are going to get a parliament lead if Zorana Dari or somebody, maybe Bashar Dost, because no one is ignoring this. It's good. It's good for the future. So we are going to get one of the person in the advisory team from Hazara, one from Tajik, one from Pashtun, and of course we already spoke with Anarkali, and we are going to get even the Hindu. We need to give them a chance to be a part of this, like Sikh, from every part. So even in the past we sent a lot of youth. We never made a difference. Like I will give you example. We had a conference. I select a person from Panjshir. I select a person from Balkh. I select a person from Herat. And from from the Kunar province, and also from from Paktia. Like I was just choosing, I was not supposed to say that, hey, this person is not having good knowledge, don't send it, but this one is good. So we just respect, and we think that the youth who has the talent, that if they can really be a future leader, we're just bringing them. So the one of the biggest point is that this association is bringing today youth a leader of tomorrow.
That's fantastic. It sounds like a wonderful program. So where do you want to see the Afghan youth? I know you work internationally, but I'm more focused on Afghanistan, because we need the most help here.
Yes.
Because everyone else have opportunities, but we need it here because we need to develop them. Where do you want to see them? How do you want them to develop? To what level?
You mean the Afghan youth?
The youth in Afghanistan.
Of course, when you have a situation like this and you are providing them opportunity, and when they are leaving, I will give you example on this. A few days ago, like you can say a month ago, a guy came to me, and he is working with SICA, USID. He is a manager there. He came to me, he said that he is interested to become a leader. I said, okay. I just had a conference in Nepal, so I sent email to my partner that we are going to send you Afghan youth who will be having speech there. You know, there is different countries youth, they are participating there. So they were having agenda like, they had agenda actually on Ukraine, the current situation in Ukraine. So the guy left there, and he had, of course, speech there in the conference, and also the Nepal media. He had the newspaper brought it from Nepal, showing me that he had interview with the news channel, and this is the proof that he got it from Nepal. So he was presenting Afghanistan there. And the guy which I met him before 1 month, and when he returned, when he left to Nepal and he attended the conference, he had group discussion. He had, the conference manager gave him a topic to discuss on this and to find the conclusion or the solution for that topic, and he have done it. He also represent Afghanistan. He took his flag and he hung it there. And then when return here, I just had joke with friends that when I was calling him, he was not picking my phone. I thought he got changed. And when I met him closely, he said to me, of course he got a change, because he was not able to speak, but now he understand he is someone, because he was talking in front of 30 countries. He mentioned Kenya, America, Bangladesh, those youths, they were there, and they sent me also the photos, so we share it on our social network on that. So of course this is giving a positive change for the Afghan youth, and one of the reason that our countries, in like when we are going outside, some of the countries, like for example, they are getting a serious question from us when we are in immigration, and they are asking, they think that maybe we will be a terrorist, like this is what they think, I think from my view, because that's the reason that they are having more inquiries on this. So one of the reason is that when we are sending youth, that they are receiving opportunities like scholarship, they can attend university, they can get degrees, they can become master degrees, PhD or MPhil as they wanted to attend that. And beside this, the fellowship program, like we have currently Atlas Corps, they have an opportunity. It's already a project by President Obama that they arranged. Especially I got an email from Mr. Scott. He is the Atlas Corp director, and he sent me email that if I can introduce youth, that they can participate there. So the purpose of that fellowship is, for example, you have education, in one field, and then they are taking you to US. You will get trained 6 months. After that, you can work as a volunteer with one of the organization. So at the same time, you will learn something in that course, and of course, you will get experience. When you return back, you will be able to receive or to get the job. So we are giving a lot of opportunity under this association. We are not only, as I said, we are not only focusing on Afghan youth, but even the Indian youth are getting benefit of this. I had, when we had a conference in India, a guy told me that they were thinking that the Afghan youth will be very serious people. They will be fighting. They are, so they were afraid because they said that they heard in news channels these things. But they said that we found the Afghan youth very intelligent people. They can discuss about the peace. They are trying to be in network with the international youth. So this is what we aim. We need to bring all youth together. This is the main agenda, because we have the Afghan youth staying in America. They are very active in Australia. So let's bring them all together under this association so we can give them opportunities. And of course we call all the donors, and we call all the governments, include the international governments, that if they wish to help us, they should give us funds, they should give us the opportunity. It's not necessary that they should give it to ASHNA International Youth Association. They should give it to the youth through their embassy. If you go to see that There are some in rural development, if we check that, and if we see that there are some big money is spending from the donor, it's like you call that like it's a wasting of money. For example, they are working on they are working for the women violence. This is one of the main project from the United Nations that they spend a lot of money, but they didn't found it, they didn't solve it. Still, it's going on. But what's the solution? They should go and they should research on this, because if you provide the opportunity for the women that they can work, or if you provide the opportunity for their husband, they will never have fight, because all fight comes because of the economy and the problem. So like that, there is a lot of things, and of course, if they engage this youth, I can assure you 100% that there will be no war, because you see the youth, they are participating in war. Why? Because they can get opportunity of jobs. Maybe you have a large number of youth that they have a graduation. You can have the example, because this is already famous in news channels, that one of the guy who joined, joined separately against the Taliban regime. He was from Kabul University, was fighting beside government, like they were getting aside with the government to fight the Taliban. Because they don't receive the opportunity, so that's why they are leaving to be involved. So this will bring, of course, a peace process in Afghanistan and a big development. And of course, the mind of the youth should be clear, that that they can see the other world youth, how they expect them, how they think. Like if you go and ask the Indian youth that how you think about the Afghan youth, they have their thoughts, a positive thought. Of course, they can build something, and we have very active youths in in our community. So that's our purpose.
Yeah, that's a very good purpose. So locally, what are some of the active projects that they do locally? What do they do?
As I explained you that we are trying to bring all youths together, and they, of course, youth are busy with different things. Like I will give you some youth. They are peace activists. I have visited already from a youth who is trying to process, to bring peace topics among the local community, which is very important. Like one of the guy, he said that he don't have a donor, he don't have an organization, he is collecting money from friends individually, and then he is taking those money and spending that money to help the people like they have. This is what our youth do. And beside this, some of our youth that they are in Afghanistan, they are basically they are very active in civil society movement, like they have a community, or some of them they took a part with the political parties, they get experience through that. If you see during the election, you will see a lot of poster of youth that they are interested to be a political leaders. As you saw in the past few months, we had the election, so those youth, they are very active, they are trying to be in politicals. And beside this, they also get a good experience, and the next government is trying to focus, I think, from my view, that on youth, because youth are so clear, they have been never in corruption, and of course they are very clean, and they can do a good governance, they can bring changes, they have good ideas. And those youth, we have three type of youth in Afghanistan. One, we have those who are staying in Australia, in America, they never been in Afghanistan. This is one type of youth. The second type of youth is that they are permanently staying in Afghanistan, they never had visit from outside the world. This is the second type. The third youth is those who is staying permanently in Afghanistan, but they have visit from different countries, through conference, through any. But if you sit with three of them, they will have totally three minds, three different thoughts, three different ideas you will get. But you will see the changes, a positive thinking among one youth, one category youth. That's those youth who are permanently staying here, but they are going outside, because they get different experience and they are researching here. But if you sit with the youth who is staying in America, they will just see Afghanistan as American view, not as Afghan, because they don't know about the culture. So that's why we are trying to collect all these youth together to exchange their idea. They can research, they can read, they can know about the culture, what's their culture, their history. They should know about their history, because if somebody don't know about the history, how he will be convinced to support their country in the future? So we can end this with one word, that we are working on today youth to become future leader. So that future leader can be anyone, can be a member of United Nations in the future, can be a governance, can be a businessman, So we are focusing on all. And I had visited Mr. Shinwari, made some meetings with the friends, and I had a visit from one of the Afghan guy. His name is Mirwais Makuri.
Yeah.
His father is a very famous singer, Mr. Makuri, if you heard the songs.
Yes, I have, yeah.
He is arranging events, and he said to me that, you know, we were in discussion. I said that we start this operation and we need your help to be as a supporter with us, or can be a member, or you can be as a staff, because we also need staff, because everybody is volunteer, including myself.
Yeah.
We are volunteers. We don't have funds. Nobody can. Nobody is giving donation now. You know, we don't have any country or any party to support us, so it's individual. We just started from the ground, and we already developed it. So since 2013 up to now, we have news channel. You know, we have press conference. I had done a lot of press conference in India with ZTV and other. And of course, when you have you know, a discussion with the media, you are giving your image, your country image, how it goes, you know. So that's the reason that the youth are different. You know, they are involved in different activities in business, and we are bringing all those youth together.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
That's really good. Well, I think we should end it there, unless you have anything further to add. But basically, we get a picture of what ASHNA Youth International is about, association.
Yes.
Yeah. So thank you very much for your time.
You're welcome. I just have one message
Sure.
for the youth, that your viewers and your friends there in Australia, the Afghan youth, if they have any possibility to support this association, we can give you our email address, our website. Our website is of course under construction, and somebody donated even the website.
Okay.
I will tell you the truth, what's going on. So we started like this, and we will say that those youth that they are staying in Australia, they should be connected. Even if they want to be a leader, they should be a leader for the Afghanistan, because this is the country where they need them in the future. Because we don't have, we lost a large number of youth here in the world. So we need them to support us. We need them. We even need the volunteers from Australia youth, that the Afghan youth that they're staying there. They should join us as a volunteer. They should support this association. This association is not depend upon us. I mean, me or somebody else or some tribes, some nation. This is Afghan Youth Association, and this is also a global youth association. So they should come, they should support us, they should try to fundraise there for us. They should come to get these opportunities. Even the Australian youth, the Afghan youth, that they are not receiving like opportunity for Romania, who will give them?
Exactly.
They can go and join, because they will get visa easily. So they can go to join this, through this association, they can be connected with us, and they can receive all those opportunities even in UK, because they might be not in forum, and they can get this information through our association. So this is one of the most important message that I am passing through you to your viewers, so they can help us in the future.
Okay, well, inshallah they will help us, and all the youth will join together. Thank you so much for your time once again, and I wish you all the success with the youth group, and I hope that all our people unite together and work together to rebuild our country and make a better future.
Thank you so much for your coming. You came from Australia to help your nation. This is a big proud for us, and we really appreciate, and we will appreciate the support of the Australian youth, that they should also help this association. Thanks so much.
Thank you very much.